described him as a quiet and private man who was always ready to help others. Now, the case is gaining some national attention. People magazine is now picking up the story.
We are in for another cold night here in the metro. Gary Lee, Zach has Kansas City's most accurate forecast. And a look at just how low these temps are going to go tonight. Gary?
We're heading down towards zero, Omar, so this cold weather continues. We're going to have a ride of ups and downs. Now, in February, we have predicted 4 winter storm potential, and we're expecting those to arrive. One of them could be a week from today. Now, Cocoa Key Water Resort and Holiday Inn Stabby showing the high clouds beginning to clear. It's 12 degrees right now at KCI and St. Joseph, and we do have a wind chill factor of 3, so there isn't much of a breeze. Fortunately, that wind is coming down. Now, new data has rolled in all the way into the Super Bowl weekend. We'll talk about our forecast coming up.
All right, Gary, thanks. Well, marijuana supporters are gearing up to bring the fight to legalize the drug in Kansas sometime this year. New at 5 Mitch Weber spoke with the newly formed nonprofit about their strategy to gain support from lawmakers.
Mark, organizers believe to change people's minds, supporters need to change their clothes to be more professional and not smell like weed when they meet with lawmakers. Now, it might sound like a small step because critics still have the upper hand, which is the law. Members of the nonprofit Kansas for Change Inc. feel a momentum is growing for marijuana since they started a year ago.
Over the last year, I used to get a lot of no's and a lot of I don't even want to talk about it, and this issue is not important. And to people saying, I'm on your side quietly.
Esau Freeman is the president and co-founder. The goal is to educate the public and to lobby legislators about making marijuana legal, at least for medical use. Freeman has tried several times to change the mind of his biggest opponent, Kansas Senator Mary Pilcher Cook.
I've taken patients up to go and see her, and she has been very curt, and she's been very dismissive, and she says, don't bother, I don't want to hear about it.
Other legislators have been more open to hear about what the group has to say about what legalization could mean for the state.
I think that the data's coming out, and it's making people feel a little more comfortable. Colorado didn't drop off the face of the earth on January 1.
The one point they found that can change a no vote to a yes vote is when they bring up the revenue by taxing the substance and possibly reducing the prison population.
Young men, young women, they get locked up for using marijuana, selling marijuana, trafficking marijuana. And we would essentially save ourselves about $135 million a year just in Kansas alone.
In the last couple of years, at least one bill has been proposed each year, but not one has made it out of committee.
Now, we reached out to Senator Pilcher Cook. Our calls and emails have yet to be returned, but Freeman has scheduled an appointment to meet with her in mid-February. Now, for Kansas to make marijuana illegal, it would take a constitutional amendment. Mitch Weber, 41 Action News. Now, on the other side of the state line, the group Show Me Cannabis is trying to legalize marijuana in Missouri. Right now, it is conducting a survey to see how much support it would get. The group hopes to get those results by early February. If the survey finds 60% would support the issue, the group will start a petition for more people to sign. If there are enough signatures, that issue could likely go to a November ballot.
The Wall Street Journal doesn't have a lot of positive things to say about Kansas City's hopes to bring the 2014 Republican National Convention here. It points out that neither Missouri nor Kansas will be a swing state in 2016, and says having hotel rooms on both sides of the state line is a bad idea. It also points that we don't have enough Hispanic voters, a population that the GOP is trying to attract. The only good thing that the Journal had to say is that Kansas City represents Middle America. And former First Lady Laura Bush is coming to town. She will be here May 8th to headline the Salvation Army Civic Luncheon. The agency asked her to come because of her attention to education, healthcare, and human rights. If you'd like to buy a ticket, it's going to cost you $125, and you can get those on the Salvation Army's website.
Well, Family Feud is that prosecutors believe a Clay Como man shot and killed his own dad and wounded his sister. Frank Luttrell appeared in the Clay County courtroom today where the judge read the charges against him. Cynthia Newsom is following this case. She's here live now. Cynthia?
Yeah, what happened here at this Clay County Engine Rebuilders repair shop last Friday could land Frank Luttrell in prison for the rest of his life. This was a bloody crime scene, and the Clay County prosecutor summed up the case with one word: sad.
Just
charged at least 7 times.
And when the shooting stopped, the suspect's father was dead and his sister rushed to the hospital. She is expected to survive. Now, late this afternoon, Frank Luttrell stood before a Clay County judge and was formally charged with killing his dad and shooting his sister. Luttrell's 10-year-old son saw the whole thing.
It's just another classic example that we deal with on a regular basis of somebody overreacting. And the cost that now has to be paid by many people is not worth what was involved. So, just sad.
Frank Luttrell was in a custody battle over his son and didn't want his family to see his son because he was feuding with them over some tools. Now, in court today, Frank Luttrell did not have an attorney. He's going to apply for a public defender, so the judge entered an automatic plea of not guilty. He'll be back in court on February 11th. Reporting live, Cynthia Newsom, 41 Action News.
Thank you, Cynthia. And we've learned that a man accused of plotting a suicide bombing on Wichita Airport used to be a decorated Marine. Terry Lowen even received the National Defense Service Medal. Now, that medal is given out to servicemen and women who show honorable military service during times of combat. Lowen that has served 9 years and even became a sergeant. Now, last December, police say he drove the van onto the tarmac of Wichita's Mid-Continent Airport. Investigators believe he thought that the van had a bomb on board.
Well, the Park-based Sprint says it is rolling out 4G coverage to 40 new cities. The company says 4G now covers 340 markets around the country. There's just one new addition in Kansas and Missouri, that is from Cape Girardeau. Meanwhile, rumors of a merger with T-Mobile continue. The chief executive of T-Mobile told Bloomberg News the company needs more resources and airwaves, and a deal with Sprint could help the company reach that goal. Looking for a new job? Freight Quote plans to add 400 new positions this year, all of them sales jobs. The company says extra workers are needed as the company grows. Last year, you may recall the company moved from Lenexa, Kansas, across the state line to Kansas City, Missouri. The company's new $44 million facility has enough space for 2,000 workers. When it moved in July, they employed 1,100 workers. The New Orleans ran for the presidency, while some Republicans have now censured John McCain.
And everyone seems excited about the Super Bowl, right? Except for those who live in the hosting town, while the mayor and others are upset with the NFL.
It's a changing weather pattern. Now, could it end up with snow in the next week?
Thursday at 10 traffic tickets. The city wants you to pay the fine, but you didn't do the crime.
Well, country kid, the big city, you know, don't have to push around. So why is this happening, and where are these phantom tickets coming from?
Thursday on 21 Action News at 10. The Sochi Olympics in 10 days on your 21 Action News station.
From a start 30 years ago, Papa John's has only gotten better.
Celebrate 30 years of Papa John's. Get a large one-topping pizza for just $36 when you buy any large pizza, even specialties at regular menu price. Order now at papajohns.com.
Update your bathroom and upgrade to a digital heated floor system for free when you call the craftsman at Jericho Home Improvements. Big or small, your remodel costs less when you do it right. Call now and upgrade the heated floors for free, plus 0% financing during Jericho's Customer Appreciation Event. You'll come out better with Jericho and love what we do.
People with chronic stomach issues can have different symptoms. Symptoms that could mean celiac disease. There's bloating, gas, stomach pain, even fatigue. If your symptoms keep acting up, take our symptom survey at celiacanswers.com and talk to your doctor about a simple blood test from Quest Diagnostics. It can help you get closer to leaving your symptoms behind. One symptom doesn't define celiac disease, but one test can. Request the test. I'm cold.
Why do we have to have movie night out here? Because we have AT&T U-versus fastest internet, and it's not even half as fast as our neighbor's Time Warner Cable 100 meg internet. So what are you gonna do?
Hey, you don't have to borrow your neighbor's Wi-Fi anymore. Time Warner Cable's fastest internet ever is here.
Call 1-855-1TWC to get a triple play for $79.99 a month. Get 5 premium movie channels free for 3 months. Call by January 27th and get free installation. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Check.
Got a spare cow?
Humidifier could use a checkup.
Well, We don't makeovers. We do conduct humidifiers and a whole lot more, right, Glenn?
Got you covered.
Call your service master.
Jumpstart your commute. 21 traffic now. Weekdays 4:30 to 7 a.m.
Well, the small town of Lewisburg has to take a big bite out of its school budget. And now in less than 1 hour, the district is having an emergency meeting to figure out how to cut about $1 million. Now that could include pay cuts and eliminating some positions. And two Kansas City high schools are now on the National Register of Historic Places.
Now, that includes Lincoln High School. It's being honored for its architecture, design, and long history. During segregation, it served as a school for African American students.
Yeah.
This one was
I'm talking to me?
1935, 1936.
All right.
And at the time, it was considered the most
Yeah,
popular
dog.
school in the
Thanks.
district.
Begging.
Money from
It's a
the
baggy dog.
New Deal.
Norman High School is the other Kansas City school named to the National
Let's
Register.
go.
Are you taking care of your car as the temperature drops? Stop Fractions Keep King finds what you should do to keep it running this summer.
And you can see right now the temperature is 12 degrees in St. Joseph, 15 degrees in Topeka. And this cold air is going to start to lead to
Halloween game night. New games, new stars, and touching new stories.
You can tell your grandchildren about the time Fonzie screwed you $1,000.
NBC's Hollywood Game Night tonight.
The next blockbuster in American kids for adoption.
What do you want?
A conspiracy that kidnappers will do anything to conceal.
You want to go out?
No idea.
Huh? What are you going to do out there? You better do that for alone.
Hi, I'm Ann Peterson. I recently spent a few days here at John Knox Village, and the truth is, I was amazed at all the choices. Apartments, cottages, villas, freestanding homes, and what beautiful neighborhoods. Whatever home you choose, everything John Knox Village offers is available to you. You can definitely find the right choice here. That's why John Knox Village is Kansas State's most popular senior living community. They'll even help pay for your move. Call 1-855-JOHN-KNOX before prices go up April 1st.
Only Nissan Altima is bold enough to give you an extra set of eyes. NASA-inspired zero-gravity seats and a control panel to match. Plus, fuel economy that'll take you farther. The 2014 Nissan Altima leaves the world of everyday sedans behind. With up to $2,000 in savings, Altima's a pretty clear choice. Shop at ChooseNissan.com.